Awobajoi. First, the major items. Government poised to unlock economic revenue through the national policy on marine and blue economy. Ogun State government is counting the gains of its investments in the education sector. Chad has announced the end of military cooperation with former colonial power, France. The government at the center says the national policy on marine and blue economy will unlock economic opportunities across critical sectors like fisheries, aquaculture, maritime transport, and tourism. The man that calls the shot at the Federal Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Adegboyega Oyetola, led us out at a technical validation workshop in Lagos. As I said, the blue economy is a transformation pathway for nations seeking to balance economic growth with environmental sustainability. Speaking on the policy drive, the minister noted that the ministry is poised to deliver a national policy document that clearly sets out the roadmap to developing the nation's blue economy, create jobs, and deliver inclusive prosperity to all Nigerians. Mr. Oyetola also reiterated the nation's commitment to tackling illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing, which threatens the nation's fisheries and aquatic ecosystem. The Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Chief Uche Naji, has said that the federal government will soon commence the regulation and licensing of players in the space ecosystem for more revenue generation. Chief Unaji, who spoke in Abuja on Thursday, said there were lots of illegalities in the oil and gas sector and different sectors of the economy which satellite technology could detect and address. According to him, with satellites, the agency can now monitor Earth movements, which are all parts of the small benefit of satellite technology. More insights into the tax bills under consideration by the National Assembly are given on Thursday during a debate at the Senate. Should the bill be passed as proposed and signed by the President, states will get 55% of the value added tax. Senate Leader Honorable Opeyemi Bankole made this known during the debate which preceded the passage of the bill through the first and second reading. According to him, the bill will overhaul the country's tax system, simplify tax landscape, reduce the burden on small businesses, and examine how taxes are collected. The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, says its investigation and enforcement team has uncovered a trove of counterfeit medicines worth 300 million naira during a raid at Tire Village Trade Fair Complex, Lagos State. The agency passed this across in a statement on Thursday, stating that the operation led to the seizure of fake pharmaceuticals. According to the statement, the facility has been placed on hold while all illegal products have been evacuated. The agency also explained that the counterfeit medicines pose severe health risks, including treatment failure, organ damage, and potential carcinogenic effects due to unknown compositions. It added that the suspects have been invited for questioning and that investigations are underway. Back home, since the declaration of state of emergency in the education sector in 2019, the current administration in Ogun State has invested in education infrastructure, curriculum development, and teachers training, which are yielding positive results. The governor, Prince Dapò Abiodun, led us out at the 16th convocation of the Titular University of Education, Ijebu-Ode. According to him, the groundbreaking digital platform for education revitalization has revolutionized school administration. Represented by his deputy, Engineer Naimo Talako Oyedele, the governor informed that the demand for educators and extension officers to support education initiatives is on the increase, adding that TASRED is well positioned to meet such need. According to Mr. Governor, the education being provided at TASRED must not only produce graduates with certificates, but nurture thinkers, innovators, and problem solvers who can navigate the complexity of the modern world. You're listening to the Media News on OGBC 90.5 FM. Chad on Thursday announced that it was ending military cooperation with former colonial power France just hours after a visit by Foreign Minister Mr. John Noel Barrot. Chad is a key link in France's military presence in Africa, constituting Paris' last foothold in the Sahel after the forced withdrawal of its troops from Mali, Burkina Faso, and Nigeria. Speaking with newsmen, Chad Foreign Minister Mr. Abdurrahman Koulamala informed that the decision is not a break with France, like Niger or elsewhere, but just to show that the French country has grown up and a sovereign state that is very jealous of its sovereignty. Mr. Koulamala described the decision to end military cooperation with France as a historic turning point, adding that it was made after in-depth. Ireland this Friday goes to the polls with incumbent coalition parties neck and neck with opposition party Sinn Féin after a comeback marked by rancor over housing and cost of living crisis. Reports say polls opened across the country at 700 GMT and closed at 2200 GMT as voters chose new members of the 174-seat lower chamber of parliament. According to the report, counting is not due to start until Saturday morning, with partial results expected throughout the day. It adds that a final result, however, may not be clear for days as Ireland's proportional representation system sees voters of eliminated candidates redistributed during multiple. Australia on Thursday announced a ban on children and below from social media use. The country's parliament passed the world's first law banning under 16 despite safety concerns. The bill was passed amid warning that the process had been rushed and that a ban could push teenagers towards the dark web or into isolation. Australia's parliament passed a law that will aim to do what no other government has, and many parents have tried to stop children from using social media. The new law was drafted in response to what the Labour Prime Minister, Mr. Anthony Albanese, described as a clear, causal link between the rise of social media and the harm to the mental health of young Australians. A crane collapsed at a construction site just outside Thailand's capital this Friday, killing some workers and injuring 10 others. A police officer, Mr. Detanakon Chantapling, told newsmen that the incident occurred in Samut Sakon, west of Bangkok, when a crane building a flyover collapsed. According to him, 3 workers died at the scene and 10 others were injured, with some in a critical condition. Reports say a team of engineers and police are investigating the cause of the collapse, which authorities suspect was caused by an overloaded grader. On sports, Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman has been nominated for the Serie A Player of the Month award for November. Lookman scored 3 goals in 3 league appearances for Atalanta in the month under review. The Nigerian forward scored a brace in their 3-0 win over Napoli at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium earlier in the month. The former Fulham winger also scored the last goal for his side in a 3-1 win at Parma last weekend. He currently has 9 goals and 5 assists in 15 matches across all competitions this season. The socio-economic development of the country can be enhanced through a concerted effort. Play your own part for the sustenance of the society. To end the media news, another look at the major items. The government at the center says the national policy on marine and economy will unlock economic opportunities across critical sectors, fisheries, aquaculture, maritime, transport, and others. Speaking at the 16th convocation of Taishala University of Education, Ijebu on Thursday, the Ogun State Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, said the investments of the current administration in the education sector are yielding positive results. He also heard that Chad on Thursday announced that it was ending military cooperation with former colonial power France. The midday news was edited by Wahidu Punjabi and broadcast from OGBC, Abeokuta. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, visit our website at okunradio.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Okun Radio Abeokuta and on X handle at OGBC 905 FM. You can also listen to OGBC on the Radio Guardian.